Hello, 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 and welcome back for another Tuesday stream. Welcome back to Drawing with Megan C. Creates. I know it's been a bit of a ride this February. I missed a couple of streams due to personal things going on and scheduling conflicts and all that fun stuff that life throws our way. But I am back today, and today I am going to be working on the Patreon art for this month for my Patreons. Um, I am doing a witch theme all year. So I picked 12 drawing prompts. This month's is Witch's Brew slash Cauldron. So I could interpret the theme any way I wanted to. And I decided to kind of go more towards the brew than the cauldron direction, although I did pop one in the background. And I guess I took too long getting to the screen because I'm not seeing my iPad show up. Hold on one second. Let me doodle all over my screen and see if that gets it to kick into it. I've noticed this has been doing this a lot. Um, it did this when I connected to the last Doodle Crew stream too. I don't know if anybody techie out there knows why my iPad doesn't want to talk to my computer. It's a little irritating. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Yeah. I think it's running. Hmm. Oh. It looks like my mirror stopped. Okay, let me see if I can kick this back on. All right. Now, should be able to see it. There it is. All right. Every time it's something different. I swear. I don't know if the technology gods hate me or if this is just the reality of streaming, is there's always gonna be something going wrong. Oh. Anyway, as I was saying, today we are drawing a witch off the Witch's Brew theme. Um, so because my Patreon overall page theme is Witch's Tea House, my brew for this month is going to be tea. I haven't quite decided, you could probably tell from the sketch, I haven't quite decided what kind of tea, if I'm gonna go literal and just be like, here's, liquid, or if I'm gonna be maybe a little bit figurative and put something magical in the teapot. But for my patrons, and I'm just gonna pop a link here in the chat if anybody wants to check out the Witch's Tea House, you're more than welcome. But for anyone who's on I believe it's the classic brew and above. No, Dreamy Brew. Dreamy Brew is the $10 tier. It gets you the monthly coloring pages, which is what I'm working on right now. So I'm only going to take this to the line art stage to turn it into a coloring page for patrons. And something that I'm doing for Patreon this year that I didn't do last year is kind of adding a level of exclusivity to the rewards. So whereas last year with the Magic and Cats things, I would put the pins up in the shop and the stickers like the month after the patrons receive their rewards, I would put the stuff up in the shop. I am not doing that this year. So if you like what you see and you would like to color it when it's done, and see the finished coloring page in case I don't finish it while I'm on stream, the only way to access that is through my Patreon. So with that, I'm gonna stop talking about it and get started. I don't know how I'm feeling about my line widths so far. I thought they were a little thin, and then I zoomed in, and I think they're a little thick. But we'll keep going. Make sure I'm on the right layer. I started on this. I am not using the right tool. Started on this the night before last, inking it because it's actually technically due today for rewards for my self-imposed timeline. I'm supposed to have coloring pages up around the 15th of the month. So I'm either going to finish this today or tomorrow. Um, There's just, I don't know what happened in January. January kind of disappeared, and I am not liking February so far. February has never really been my favorite month, and this year it's just really reinforcing that I'm not going to have a good time this month. And that's okay. We'll get through it. But it does make life difficult because I need to get stuff done. And I'm not getting anything done. And then I get behind and I get stressed. Oh, I guess I need to put on some music. I did pick out a playlist. Let's get that going for you guys so that we can avoid awkward moments of silence while I focus between talking. Um, oh, I did pick it out, but where did it go? Oh, this one. This playlist.
Looking for royalty-free music? Discover
Okay.
Epidemic Sound. Find the perfect
I love how anytime I click on a YouTube playlist these days, you immediately get an ad before anything else. It's great. As usual, if you can't hear me over the music, let me know in chat and I'll adjust the volumes. But I really, really like to jam out to lo-fi beats. I find it weird. Like it's not a new development. Like I've always liked listening to instrumentals. It's a new development that I'm listening to lo-fi specifically. Like I didn't know it existed before I stumbled across Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube looking for music. Um, but I just find, like back in the day, I only listened to music with lyrics when I was working, and I thought it helped me concentrate, but I actually find that I concentrate better without lyrics. So just something instrumental. At least while I'm drawing. Writing is different. Like if I'm writing something, I usually like my music to match the tone of the scene that I'm writing. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I find that helps. So if I'm like writing something really intense, bring on the death metal. If I'm writing something really sad, bring on like the like flute music or like the saddest piano music you can imagine. If I'm writing something happy or upbeat or action, actually, a lot of my action scenes that I've written have been while listening to K-pop. I don't know what it is about K-pop, but if you want something happy, upbeat, or full of action, that is the playlist I recommend, is listen to some K-pop. Oh. So what's really fun about the coloring pages that I'm doing right now for Patreon is it allows me to do a lot of detail that I don't usually take the time to put into my work. I had hoped that it would be a faster process because I'm only taking it to line art, but between last month and this month, I find that I'm really wanting to add in a lot of detail because I don't know about you guys, but I really like detailed coloring book pages. Like, I don't mind simple ones, but like the more little nooks and crannies I can color, the happier I am. So I thought I'd bring that level to these. And by the way, I had the worst time finding a decent reference picture for like woman pouring tea for this piece. It was a struggle. I found plenty of pictures of like women drinking out of teacups and like a woman sitting next to a tea kettle. I'm like, okay, you gotta have the motion in between of the actual tea being poured from a tea kettle. Maybe I just didn't get a good like keyword put in or something. It was driving me bonkers. don't know if I should add some detail to the pot or not. Like, I like vintage, like modern vintage, floral, old tea kettles and stuff, but I don't know if I want to do that. Partly because it's black and white, but partly because if I leave it blank, people can do whatever they want on it. That's the decision I usually go with coloring book pages is if I don't know what to put, I'll leave it blank so people can do whatever they want with it. But I've had a lot of people tell me they want those, like, the detail there to color. They don't want to come up with their own stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. What do you guys think? When you do a coloring page, do you want to know, like, there's flowers here, I need to color it? Or would you rather just, like, put whatever you want here? Like, maybe it could be waves. Maybe it could be whatever. What do you guys think? I'm gonna put the opacity down just a hair. Kind of see what I'm doing. I saw somebody on TikTok recently say something about, like, what I'm doing right here, where I just kind of copy and paste this, that this is like cheating. And the person on TikTok, I think, had the exact right attitude, is that when you're a digital artist, you're still using your tools and you have to know how to use your tools. I don't really think there's any such thing as cheating when it comes to art. The only thing that I think everybody can agree you shouldn't do, ever, is trace somebody else's work and try to sell it as your own. That's just not cool. But if you want to copy and paste your own layer to save yourself 5 minutes of hand drawing circles, that's using your tool. Oh, almost forgot this little spout. Guess it's decision time. What to put in the teapot? I think there. It looks like liquid, but there's still some stars in it, so it has that magical feeling. All right. So when I was doing research for this piece, I found out that there are flowers for each month of the year, like the flower of the month, or um, kind of like astrology, like, you know, your birth month flower or whatever. So February has two. It has violet and the primrose. So I thought, well, now that I know this, I need to put some flowers into my piece. So I thought it would be really nice to have this like bouquet of primrose. But when I looked up like what primrose looks like, they're more of like a potted plant flower. So I guess she has a vase with primrose in it. This is fine. At least I didn't like try to put them in a vase and then it looked kind of silly because they're not really a vase flower. Oh, so fun fact, the dress that I have my lovely witch wearing today, I did not know this. I just looked up like tea dress, like a dress you would wear like if you're going out to tea or whatever. But apparently there is a line or a style of dresses that are commonly known as tea dresses. And what they look to have in common is that they're usually like short sleeve and they have a fitted bodice and flare out and a button down look. So not all of them will have a collar like the one that I gave her, but they will, like some of them had like a deep V or almost a wrap look, but what they all seem to have was shorter sleeves or 3/4 sleeves, a fitted bodice, and then a flare out skirt that hit below the knees. So that was kind of fun browsing through Google for a hot minute looking at cute tea dresses that I personally would probably never wear. I love the aesthetics of like cute dresses like this. I do. I just don't wear them. I have quite a few dresses in my closet that I thought were the cutest thing ever, and I don't wear them. And I feel weird like when I do wear a dress. Like it's just weird. Alright, I'm skipping this song. That's. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it right now.
Oh, I just totally skipped the whole thing. I did not mean to do that. Okay. That was. Yeah. Alright, just skip through. Okay. That's some weird, idea of ambience that song there had. I don't know if you guys were hearing that or not. I see the guidelines I had here, but I have no idea what my idea for this box thing was. No idea. There you go. Mystery box with the lid next to the vase full of flowers. No idea. I had intended these jars to be like various ingredients for the tea, but as you can see from the sketch, I did not establish what these various ingredients would be. So, guess we'll just wing it here. I didn't even really solidify what the jar lids are supposed to look like. This is why sometimes I think to myself, you really need to add more detail into your rough sketch. And then I'm like, nah, I'll remember what I thought I was gonna do. And then I don't get to the line art for like a week or two, and I'm like, what was I doing? What was this supposed to be? I mean, it's fine when you go straight from, or practically straight from sketch to line art, like the same day or the next day. But when, you know, I have half an hour to like get the sketch, and I get the sketch, and I'm like, okay, I'll do the line art when I have time. And then that time isn't until like 2 weeks later. I don't remember what this stuff was supposed to be. Like, this looks like it was supposed to be kind of grassy, which I don't even know what kind of grassy stuff you'd be putting in tea. I think the one behind it was supposed to be lavender. I mean, I could put whatever I want in it now, I guess. I just don't remember if I had an idea or if I just scribbled. Okay, I don't think I'll be using this playlist again. I've had to skip 2 of them already. Not cool. Something tells me that's not quite straight. And I'd be correct. Okay. Well, this is a good spot in the line art to do a quick, like, is it looking right correct? Like, check. Wow, what was the words that just came out of my mouth? Yeah, so do a quick, is it looking correct check. So I've just drawn the straight line. Let me turn that off for a second. Okay, so I've just drawn the straight line, and I can tell that my table's a little off kilter where my jars and stuff are. So that has got to be a little bit corrected. And then I also want to double check that my figure looks all right. And the quickest way to do this is to flip my line art horizontal. So I'm going to turn off my sketches and do a quick flip. Ooh boy. Okay. All right, before I do that, let's line her up. All right. So gonna try to line up everything to that straight line a little bit better. That's good. All right, straight line can go away. Oh yeah, that looks much better. All right, now. Sad face. All right, I'm gonna move her a little to the side, so I'll have to reline her up after we flip her back, but I don't want to lose that table edge. So this looks very, now that I flipped it, this looks very heavy right here. So I'm gonna try to fix it with Liquify. And I don't remember a few weeks ago when I was doing my commission piece of the wizard, um, if you guys got to see me do the adjustments with Liquify, but he had some like I kept working the face and the head because it didn't quite look like my reference. So I was able to do that all with the Liquify tool. So I'm hoping to have the same kind of luck here and not have to move stuff too much. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. All right, the whole hat I am not happy with. The hat or her head. So let's pull the hat this away. Let's pull her hair a little. Make it a little bit smaller. There we go. The key to using the liquify tool is not to do it too much. So like, say I decide this is kind of where I like her shoulder, and this is where I like the hat. So I'm going to switch back over to the brush to kind of lock that in. Now I'm still not happy with the way her head and the hat looks. But I'm going to do a quick line redraw here. Because if I kept pushing the liquify tool to try to fix all the things, chances are I would mess it up and I'd have to start all over again. So when you're using the liquify tool and you get something looking where you want it with everything else intact, stop. Just take like if you're in Photoshop, just be like, okay, that's good for liquify. And in Procreate, like I just did, I switched to the brush to lock in that change that I made with liquify. All right, so for her head, I think we are gonna have to do a little bit of redrawing. I'm no longer happy with the angle of this at all, so just gonna grab everything here, shift it a little. This is why I prefer, if I'm able, just to like make some small adjustments with Liquify because now this is going to be quite a bit of redrawing. Should make her head a little bit bigger too. Maybe set it down more? No, that doesn't make sense. So I'm okay with that. Let's play a little bit of distort and actually try to make the top of her head smaller or more. Oh, wait. I'm good with that. Okay. Now make it a little bit bigger. There. That looks more like she's looking down. And her head doesn't seem so weirdly shaped. So if I go back twice, you'll see what we started with. One, two, one, two. A lot better. The hat is still huge. I have no idea why the hat's so huge. Okay, let's do this. All right, let me get in here and clean up what we've got. You know, it probably would make life easier if I did this on the sketch layer so that by the time I was ready for line art, I wasn't doing this, but I feel like the line art's really clean and really gives you the idea of where it's going to be. So I can clean it up here and just be done, you know? I guess it's personal preference. If you think doing it on the sketch layer is going to be quicker to take the time to do one or two sketch layers or just fix the line art and be done. I still feel like she needs more of a head. And now that's just weird. That is just bizarre. Okay, let's see if I can do something here to make this look better. Maybe bring down the brim of the witch's hat. Like, I feel like that's down pretty far, though. Okay. Bring it in, bring it in. So it doesn't look so crazy. Voila. Like it was always that way. And we totally didn't just spend like 5 minutes trying to fix her head. Okay. What I might do is add in my mind she has a low ponytail, but with the way like the front of her hair is, I didn't know like quite where to add it. So let's flip her back. Back against there. So I think it's a little weird. Well, let's try it. If we put it like, there's her sideways pony. I guess that's all right. Brings a little bit more balance from here to here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right. I'm just gonna zoom through to the next song on this playlist. Actually, let me go back to this other one that was pretty good. This one should be stream safe as well, so hopefully. All right. So I'm gonna double this layer. And I feel like that's looking pretty good. I think on the sketch I had, yeah, something next to the teapot, but I think that's going to be too crowded. I think this space here that's open makes more sense, but I could put another jar here. So let me just make life easy, and we'll just make a mini jar out of this one. All right. All right, so then the question is, do I want to add ingredients to the jars or leave them blank? Hmm, I think this one at least should have lavender. And again, if people can't quite tell what these things are, I don't I don't know if it matters. Like you can literally do whatever you want in these. But I also feel like if I don't put at least something in, that people really won't get it. So take some time and put some lavender sprigs in here. Oh, maybe I can explore some of my fancy Procreate brushes for the other ingredient jars and see if we can find something better. Oh, and by the way I draw lavender is like not probably accurate at all. So don't take notes, but in case you're curious, it's loop, 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 opposites. Loop, loop, loop. And then I'll go in and like fill it. Or I also do like heart, 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 heart. And this is just how I figured out to draw it from like last year's piece in July. No, not, it wasn't last year. Last year was Magic and Cats. The year before that, the Patreon theme was fashion, original character fashion based on florals. And July's piece was lavender, and I drew an entire lavender field, just full of it. So a lot of them, like when you get to the back, it's just like random hearts and like scribbles, like I'm doing now, just like kind of has the shape without the detail, because the further things are, the more crowded they are, the less detailed they are. But there you go. Could be a fern, could be lavender, could be whatever. Make a really, really tall one. Heart, 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 heart. There we go. I'm actually kind of happy with that. Some loose ones, some loose pods down here. Fun fact, if you want lavender, um, when you go to pick lavender, harvest lavender, you want it before it fully flowers because that's when it's its most potent. Once it flowers, the smell ebbs a little bit. Actually, I might just throw a couple of pieces of lavender in here. There we go. Since they kind of look like hearts, that's fun. All right, let's do something fun. Let's see. So if you guys watched my Teapot House one, you'll know that this Magic Forest and this Ghibli brush sets were like really fun. I also used a lot of these leaves in this Ghibli brush set for my Louisa Madrigal fan art piece that I put up on Instagram where she's like hanging out in the hammock. The whole jungle I just used like these leaves brushes on. There's flat. Ooh, we could try this flower. Except I think these are silhouettes. I don't think this is gonna work for like a coloring. Ooh, I do like it though. Ah, that sucks though because they're silhouettes. So yeah, that's not gonna work unless we're doing like a detail for them not to color. All right, let's go to Magic Forest and see if we've got anything non-silhouette-y. Mushrooms. I mean, those are still silhouettes, but hmm. Stars. Butterflies. That'd be different. Okay. I have so many fun brushes, but I don't think any of these are gonna work for this. Snowflakes. Um, hmm. Rain. Oh, pomegranate. These might work. It kind of looks. Yeah. I don't know. I was hoping for something that would look like rosemary or let's go down to Procreate brushes, materials. Where's my organic elements? Oh, crystals. Yeah, same problem. Not gonna work. Um, where is the organic? Oh, right there. Oh, maybe this. Kind of looks like grass. I don't like it. Okay. E for effort. I don't think I have anything else in here. Yeah. So I guess we'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Don't know what kind of ingredient this is, but it's got some berries. It's got some furry looking grass. Throw in some more hatching. There you go. There you go. All right, we have furry grass and lavender. And then this one, make like peas or seeds. Now nobody can give me flack about like copy pasting the holes on the strainer because I'm drawing all my peas and seeds by hand. So there you go. You're welcome. Alrighty. One more to go. So since this one's kind of prominent next to the flowers, I wanted something definitely visible. I'm thinking since it's next to flowers, we'll do flower petals. So there we go. Jar full of flower petals. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, guys. I was kind of hoping I'd get this one done for stream today, but just having the foreground done is pretty amazing since I did get a little detailed and had to do a couple of corrections. Let me just turn off all the sketch layers. We'll double up that. So that's what we got done today. And I see a couple little scratches. Let me just. It's the one thing about Procreate is you'll find random dots and scratches, and it's like, when did I even like touch that like that? When did that happen? When? But yeah, so this is as far as we're getting today, but that's pretty good progress. If you guys want to check out the finished piece, or if you're interested in being able to download it to color when it's done, check out the link that I dropped before to my Patreon. All Patreons or patrons above the classic brew level. So if you sign up for Dreamy Brew or Elder Brew, you will have access to the coloring pages every month. Elder Brew is the highest tier level. It also includes stickers and other merchandise as available, art prints every other month. Starting out the year, because February is a short month, the first art print is actually going to go out next month, but I am also working on that as well. Um, it's it's going to be a neat one. I got the sketch done last night, and I can't wait to show it off to my patrons. Um, so I will probably throw up a sneak peek of that as well as the progress that I've made. So if you don't want to join me on Patreon, that is totally cool. Check out the link I just dropped in chat to check me out on other social media. Follow me on Instagram or, as always, Tuesdays here. If I, for whatever reason, like the last couple of weeks, I haven't been able to stream, last week was really a mess. But if something does come up and I can't adhere to the schedule, I will usually post on Instagram and or Twitter that, and the chat box on Twitch. I'm still not sure if the chat box on Twitch is visible when I'm not streaming. Like I don't ever see anybody post there or anything, so I've I'm not sure, but I try to post it everywhere if I'm not going to be streaming, and I try to post it everywhere if I am. So, anyway, thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it and have an awesome